You're saying what's happening in Holland with the Dutch farmers is not really new. How do you describe what's going on there now and dangerous precedents?
Well, again, it's when the state starts telling you it can do things better than you can, right? Whether some bureaucrat in The Hague or Canberra or Washington starts telling you, I can farm better than you guys who are on the farm, have been all your life, and your parents before. That's always a worry. Bureaucrats are not well placed to run anything, certainly not governments and certainly not farms. But we have seen this happen over and over. Just a century ago, in the early 30s, we have what was a man made famine. Millions of people killed in Ukraine. Now, if you know anything about Ukraine, you know anything about going shopping today, we're finding all these food shortages. Why is that? Well, Ukraine has long been known as the breadbasket of Europe, very good at producing foods. Of course, now invaded by Russia, and in part, Russia is keeping fertilizer out of Ukraine. So a double blow to food production in Ukraine, but we've seen it before. Stalin, in the interests of pushing communism, hated the farmers, hated the peasants, wanted nothing to do with private property. That's the heart of communism, by the way. Get rid of all private property. So he nationalized Ukrainian farms, sent the farmers off to the gulags, sent peasants off. So between taking over the farms and, of course, getting the predictable results, mass starvation, millions and millions of people died, either through the starvation or being shipped off to concentration camps and the like. So this is communism in action. This is how it works, and this is always the outcome of it. And many are now warning that what we see with the EU, with the WEF, the Great Reset, we see more communism in action. Get rid of private property, take away rights of the citizens, let the state determine how everything is run. So what we see now in Holland and elsewhere, it's starting to look a whole lot familiar with what we've already seen. And certainly Dutch farmers are up in arms. They're having these big, massive protests with tractors going, miles and miles down Dutch highways, saying, no, we will not give up our farms. We will not stop feeding the Dutch people. So there's a real showdown brewing there. We can pray, and we need to, for the Dutch farmers.
So it's either ownership or control of industries that
Yep.
might be something that we'd be concerned about.